everybody. Happy Friday. I hope everybody's doing good today, having a great day. It has been a crazy day for me, but sorry, I am a little late getting started. But I'm here, so that's got to be something. It's been crazy. Hope everybody's doing well. We are doing good here, waiting for bad weather. Tomorrow, they just upped our chances for really bad weather. So we'll see how it goes. I'm really sad about the weather tomorrow. I had two of my girls had a softball tournament and it happened to be at the same place. I was so excited, but oh well. Okay, look at here. We're going to start the day off good. 5 new members. Thank you, Tiff, so much. That is so super sweet. Thank you for doing that. Guys, if y'all were gifted a membership, please say thank you to Tiff. That was very gracious of her. And let's go ahead and just welcome all of our new members to the South.
Welcome to the South. We break that good stuff out. We got enough to go around. So can I get a right and get down? Welcome to the South.
Yay. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Thank you for that, Tiff. I really appreciate it. That was so kind. Oh, guys, my nose is crazy. I had to go to the store and get more Benadryl. Flowers are blooming, pine pollen, and oh my gosh, at the headache. Annabella. Hello, love. I was just fixing to text you. I just saw that y'all had bad storms. I hope you were safe. Hope everybody's okay your way. I haven't been keeping up with this weather, but my goodness, I just saw where there was tons of storms everywhere, tornadoes. But before I start saying hello to everybody, let's put up our picture because it is Autism Awareness Month. And in honor of Sebastian, we're going to show this while I say hello to everyone. Hello, Rhonda. Hi, Cheryl. Hey, Justice Mama. How are you? Miss Kathy. I hope you're feeling better, Miss Kathy. Let's see. Rhonda. Heather. Hello. Hey, Chit Chat. Hi, Charlene. Hope you're safe. Let's see here. Cheryl. How are you? Hi, Marina girl. There's Mari. Hello. Blue Eyes. Hope you're well. Who else we got up in the house here? There's Teresa. Hello, hello. Hey, Texas Plain Jane. I guess we're fixing to get the bad weather y'all been having over there. Let's see. Hope Floats. Hello. You got bad weather still? Oh, I didn't even realize it was getting so bad everywhere, y'all. Hey, Charles. How are you? And Belinda. Hello. Happy Friday. Elaine. Hi. Good to have you. Let's see. Justin. He's listening while getting ready. Give little Remy some lolly loves. Hey, Mary and Baba Rose. How are you doing? Show Poodles. Windy on the Gulf Coast, I tell you. Brandon, how are you doing? Hey, Deanna. Good to have everybody. Hi, Michael. Brenda Sue, how are you? Miss Mary. There's Tiff. Thank you, Tiff. Let's see. Deanna. Roxy R. Hey, YouTuber. TJ. Oh, goodness. She's got bad storms coming her way. Y'all say prayers. Okay. Y'all be safe. Psychic Amelia, how are you doing? Let's see. Cheryl, Melody, Susie Gale, Daisy Joe, and CJ and Elaine. Y'all all got memberships. Welcome, welcome. Hello, my beautiful Annabella. Hello, Narita. We got us a house full today. See Roxy R, M Cause, Magic Star. Let's see. Anybody else sneak in? Hey, Falker's dad, how are you? Reach for the skies. Oh my gosh, Annabella, y'all have had bad storms? And you had tornadoes there? Oh my gosh. I'm a bad friend. I didn't even know. I didn't even check on you. Hey, Selena, Justice Mama, Neuro, how are you doing, beautiful? Hey, butterflies, how are you? Yes, everybody pray for these people in the storms. Hey, C. Taylor, there's our Bobby. Hello, hello. West End, hello. Terry, Witchy Mama, Woman's Warrior, Woman's Warrior. If one of my mods could get Woman's Warrior's link, we're going to share out her channel, y'all. She has an amazing channel. She is really doing a great job helping people that have been violated, assaulted, that kind of thing. She is very, very good with what she's doing. Happy Gal Brenda. Hello, hello. Magic Star, did I say hello to you? All I need is Jesus. Coffee and True Crime. Hello. Hey, Miss Sandra, you be safe, okay? Hi, Terry. Kitty Catty. I think I got it. Oh, there's Lori coming in late. Hello, hello. Thank you, Annabella, for dropping her link. Good deal. Well, thank you all for being here. I appreciate everyone. Everybody sitting in the bushes. Hello to you. Happy Friday. Goodness. Well, guys and girls. Wrong link, she said. Okay. Hey, Marcy, how are you? Thank you for being here. Okay, bad weather in South Georgia come Monday. Hey, wait, what? Thank y'all for being here. So last night, let me tell you a little story. My granddaughter was having her softball game, and she is the second of the granddaughters. And by Gracie Ray, she pitched last night. She pitched the whole game in the rain, and she was striking them out like crazy. It was super good, super fun. We sat in the rain, and it was a super good game, and they won 9-2. I was so proud of her. She stole bases. She scored twice. She had a superb night. She was so pumped and excited. So, anyways, oh, and hello to Miss Stephanie if she is watching. Just want to give her a local friend a shout out. There it is, Deafening Silence. That is the name of her channel. Okay, Deafening Silence 2025. Got it. I was so wrong. Okay, thank you, Annabella. Thank you, thank you. Oh gosh. We're hoping so. We are hoping so, Michael. And she's only 8 years old. She'll be 9 in June. And she's got a pretty mean, wicked curveball. And she can do a changeup. I'm really proud of her. Really proud of her. So, yeah. Y'all definitely check out her channel because there is some great, great information she has for everybody. It is really good. And as crazy as things are on these YouTube streets and the hate that's going around, all the different stories that are coming out, the whole case, it can get to us. And her channel's good. Annabella's honey. Y'all put her channel link out there because she inspires people. She encourages people. And we need more of that. We need that because we sit here and talk about all the bad that's happening. And every once in a while, we just got to break away from that. And those are two channels we can definitely benefit from. So definitely, yes, definitely keep a check on those two channels. The hate is so bad. It is unreal. Oh, thank you, Terry. She was so excited after that game. And it was raining, and she would lose control of the ball every once in a while. And she would look over at us and she's like, Lolly, make it stop raining. She would get so aggravated. But it was fun. It was really fun. But yeah, these streets are bad, guys. And you know, always keep in mind, Millie, I love you, Millie. And I have been praying for your brother. I'm praying for your sister. And more than anything, I'm praying for you. I have not stopped. Please know that. I love you. Millie has a brother and a sister that has some medical issues. Y'all keep her in your prayer. Always. Reality, how are you doing? Reality's doing good, I hope. Oh, I have not stopped praying. So, anyways, y'all don't forget though, we're the bad people. We're the bad people putting out all the misinformation. And all we want is for Sebastian to be found. And that makes us the bad people. Hey, Jasper. How are you? Kimberly. I do not know Yeda's last name. Does anybody? I don't know her last name. I just know her as Yeda or Yada or whatever it is. I don't know. Oh, really? Awesome, Reality. I'm really hoping that Gracie Ray does well and keeps it up. She was doing tournament teams for so long. Yada the Fibber. Yeah. Hey, Jacqueline. Whispering Winds. But yeah, she was doing tournaments and they kind of got burned out on doing constant tournaments because it was a lot. And so this year they have backed off. And she has 3 tournament teams that have come to her just since the middle of March when they started league. Oh, thank you, Robbie. Robbie, I love talking. That my grandkids are my whole life, y'all. I live for my grandkids and their sports and their activities at school and things. I love it. That is amazing, Reality. I love softball. And my daughter is so funny because she gets after her daughter. And she was telling her, don't lean back too far, pull straight up when you release, all these things with her pitching and trying to get her to make the adjustments. And she would look at her mom. And I was sitting there last night laughing so hard because it was the same conversations that I used to have with her when she was that age. And she would give me that same look. It was really kind of funny. So, anyways. Well, thank you everyone for being here. Let's get started. So, let's see. Hong said, doesn't know the Yada lady. He cracks me up. Hong is hilarious. If you don't have an X account, you probably just want to get one. Just create one just to follow Hong. He is so stinking funny. And yesterday, Terry says all the lies. She's not friends with us. Kitty Catty. I'm not sure what's going on with Terry Lynn. Yeah, it was funny reality. Rosenbaum is Yeda's last name. Okay. Okay, Annabella, who are we talking about? Terry Lynn when she decided to talk to the dog walker? Y'all, Micro Dot, you're good. We're still chatting. Oh, that's awesome, Micro Dot. I love having dinners with my kids. Hey, Cassie Roku. Katie, girl. You know, when Chris tells us the 3 a.m. lights is a man taking his trash to the end of the road, those people have lost it. And, you know, we have to talk about more lies because Katie has done it again. There's a Dateline interview that has been put out, and I'm fixing to look at it. I'm going to read it for you, and then we're going to have a discussion about this because I'm tired of trying to keep up with her timeline. Guys, I'm not joking. It's unreal. So let me get this. Hang on just a minute. I'm going to stop this camera here. I'm going to share this. And let's read this article. It's just only an article. It's not a video of any sorts. It says the family of, let's see, make sure I'm not muted. Okay, I'm not muted. I didn't want to read the article and end up being muted. That would be my. Yes, you need a 750-page composition book for all of her lies. Is that not the truth? Lord. Hey, S Dubs, how are you? Hi, Robbie. It does make your head spin. It's crazy. So this is an article put out yesterday on NBC News. It was a Dateline interview. Family of Tennessee teen Sebastian Rogers still without answers more than a year after his disappearance. The 15-year-old who is on the autism spectrum was not in his bedroom on the morning of February 26, 2024, and has not been seen since. That sweet boy, beautiful smile. And if you notice here, this article was put out yesterday at 10:54 a.m. Katie Proudfoot recalls the evening of Sunday, February 25th, 2025, as a typical one at home in Hendersonville, Tennessee. Her 15-year-old son, Sebastian Rogers, got ready for bed around 9 p.m. and said, "I love you," to his mom and his two dogs, then headed to his bedroom for the night. Katie remembers hearing a noise come from Sebastian's room around 10 p.m. First of all, she started out with 10:30. She hollers out, "I hollered out to him and he answered," Katie said. "I didn't think a whole lot of it. About an hour later, folks, would make it 11 p.m. Katie went to bed. Not midnight, but an hour later. 11 p.m., Katie went to bed. She had no idea her life would be very different in the morning. Monday morning, Katie went to her son's room. It was about 6 in the morning. "When I went to wake him up for school," Katie said, "I went in his room and I was like, dude, time to get up." Normally, he will like turn and look, and he didn't. And I realized he wasn't in his bed, Katie said. The following moments are every parent's worst nightmare. I looked everywhere in and around the house, and I couldn't find him, Katie said. I checked his bathroom, and he wasn't in there. And I was like, okay, well, maybe he went to the kitchen. We never heard about her checking the bathroom, because she always said she went to wake him up. He wasn't there. She went to the kitchen to look. So maybe he went to the kitchen, maybe he got up before me. So I went through the house. And when I didn't see him is when I started to panic a little bit, Katie said. I ran through like literally every area of the house, everywhere. And that's when I started to panic. Katie said she jumped in her car and began to drive around the neighborhood. Lie. That's a lie. We'll talk about that. Katie also called her husband, Chris, Sebastian's stepfather, who was out of town on a business trip at the time. It's like terror, Katie told Dateline. What happened? Where did he go? I was in my car and I stopped and I asked one of the ladies walking her dog, and she was like, no, I haven't seen him. And it really like started to kick in at that point, Katie said. Katie says she then headed to Sebastian's school and got on a 3-way call with Chris in Sumner County Sheriff's Office. By the time she got there, she was told to turn around and head home because law enforcement was headed to their house. We'll talk about that. I was just like, more and more people were coming and everyone was looking, and every time someone came back, they didn't have him. Katie finished that thought. Sebastian is on the autism spectrum. You wouldn't recognize him as a special needs person just by looking at him, Katie said. He is smart and capable and functional, but he does have areas that he struggles in. Katie told Dateline, Sebastian does respond in different situations. He does have the sensory issue with loud noise, specifically like spontaneous ones. So he does avoid sudden loud noises, she said. He also hates bugs and would avoid any area where he saw one, according to his mother. What Sebastian loves is water. Swims like a fish, Katie said. The search efforts for Sebastian were immediate and intense. This was a very large-scale response, Sheriff Eric Craddock of the Sumner County Sheriff's Office told Dateline. Craddock directed Dateline to the TBI newsroom for more information. That morning, the Sumner County Sheriff's Office issued a missing persons report to begin efforts to locate Sebastian. A TBI endangered child alert was pushed out and was then elevated to a statewide Amber Alert. The website states, due to Sebastian's love of water, pools in the neighborhood were searched. Dive teams were brought in, and bodies of water around the neighborhood and beyond that area were searched, including caves. In his email to Dateline, Sheriff Craddock elaborated on what sources were used in the search for Sebastian. Everything: foot, canine, drone, air assets, fixed wing and helicopter, horse, mounted patrol, USAR, resources from across the state and federal government assisted with the case, he wrote. The search during the week he went missing was extremely large scale. Y'all noticed during the week. The 1 week, the first week that he went missing was large scaled. The sheriff's office even employed some unconventional search methods in its attempt to locate Sebastian. Notably, They encouraged those participating in the search to play Sebastian's favorite music in an attempt to draw him out. This advice was called in by a citizen. I tried and I will continue to try anything to bring a resolution to this case, Craddock said. That is a copy of the search area around their house and out. Despite the intense search effort, no clues were turned up that led authorities to Sebastian's whereabouts. According to the sheriff's Craddock, the Amber Alert for Sebastian is still active. Katie believes that wherever Sebastian went, he had every intention of coming back home. He was excited to start taking agriculture classes at school. They actually have animals in the school that the kids will work with as they advance through the classes, Katie said. And that was what he really wanted. He wanted to get in there and start working with the animals. Sheriff Craddock wants to assure the public that the investigation into Sebastian's disappearance is active and ongoing. Our team is committed to following every lead, analyzing every piece of evidence, and uncovering the truth about what happened to Sebastian Rogers. He wrote in a statement to Dateline, "We understand the community's deep concern and their desire for answers, and we share that concern. However, I urge everyone to rely on verified information from law enforcement rather than online speculation. Misinformation can hinder the investigation and distract from our efforts to bring Sebastian home." Katie and Chris, let me reread that sentence for you. Misinformation can hinder the investigation and distract from our efforts to bring Sebastian home. The sheriff would not comment on whether authorities suspect foul play or have any person of interest in the case. Our priority is finding Sebastian and bringing resolution to his family and this community, he wrote. If you have any credible information, we ask that you come forward and report it to the appropriate authorities. Together, we will seek justice and the truth. At the time of his disappearance, Sebastian was 5'5" and 120 pounds. He would be 16 years old today. He has brown eyes, blonde brown hair, and was last known to be wearing a black sweatshirt, black sweatpants, and black framed glasses. The Proudfoots believe Sebastian may not have been wearing shoes when he disappeared. Every pair of shoes in the house have been accounted for, Chris Proudfoot told Dateline. All the shoes that I can think of that we had in the house. Katie and Chris want to make the public aware of some of Sebastian's identifying features and tendencies. Oh my goodness. It only took them 1 year and 2 months to give us identifying tendencies, such as he has large freckles on the back of his neck. He walks on his toes. He also has a unique run, putting his arms slightly behind his back and leaning forward. They urge anyone who thinks they see Sebastian to not approach him, but instead take pictures and call 911. Let law enforcement handle it if somebody spots him, but please stay vigilant, Chris said. The TBI newsroom asked anyone with credible information about Sebastian to reach out through the tip line at 1-800-TBI-FIND. If the tip includes a possible sighting, pictures should be sent to tips2tbi@tbi.tn The sheriff urges any photographic information be sent immediately, as time may be of the essence in relevant sightings. The website states the FBI is offering a reward of up to $50,000 for information leading to the whereabouts of Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. So, let's talk, shall we? It only took them 14 months, over a year, when asked, tell us something about Sebastian that's going to help identify him. She finally did not say, well, he likes shiny things. He likes paper clips and pennies. Why did she not say from the very beginning he had freckles on the back of his neck? He tended to walk on his tippy toes. That if he ran slightly forward with his arms back behind him. Why weren't those things put out in the very beginning, Katie? Katie, what time did you go to sleep? Because we have heard you went to sleep around 10:30 on the couch. But at the same time, you were talking on the phone to Chris, and at the same time, you were studying your schoolwork around that time. Now you're asleep at 11. How many stories are we going to get from you, Katie? That's what I want to know. You can't tell the truth, so you just continue to add to the lies. They might as well just shut up because they're not helping anything. They are the misinformation. And I will call that out over and over and over again because it's getting to the point where it's absolutely disgusting. Mr. Chris is going to pipe in and say, well, he might not have had his shoes on. We don't think he did. Well, no, if he had all of his shoes in your home, then no, he doesn't have shoes. That is not anything new. And let's talk about Katie stopping to talk to the lady walking her dog. Her neighbor was out when she went to get in her car. Supposedly, she asked her neighbor if she saw Sebastian because he wasn't in the house. She jumped in her car. She drove around the neighborhood, she says, and then headed to a school. Well, folks, let me remind you here. We'll just look at something because Katie, your story is bullcrap. You got in your car at 6:03. You started driving around while you're talking to Mr. Chris. It was not until 6:32 in the morning when you came back from the school that you went down the other road in your neighborhood. 30 seconds later, you're coming back up the street. You weren't looking for your child. Your driver's side and passenger side windows were up. You weren't calling his name out. You didn't take time to roll down your window and go slow and look between each and every house because it would take longer than just those few seconds, Katie. You did not do this until you came back into the neighborhood just to make an appearance as if you were looking for your child. But your head in this photo, you can see, is looking straight ahead. You were not looking for your child. People look for their dog better than you look for your child, Katie. Just the other day, my son's dog got out. All the other dogs came back in. I got in my car and had to drive down the dirt road to look for the dog. I had my window down, calling the dog's name, going slow, looking through the trees. I looked for my son's dog better than you look for your son, Katie. There's no disputing this. None, Katie. And if you got to the school and then were told to turn around because the law enforcement was coming back or coming to your house, so you had to go back, then that means, Katie, you did not drive through the school parking lot, right? Because isn't that what you told us? You drove through? There is video of Katie driving through the school parking lot, and her windows are still up, and she drove very quickly through. So what in the hell is going on? A child's missing, and his mother and his stepfather can do nothing but tell lies. More lies. More lies. Yes. Yeah, Mohawk, when you're taking your toys, getting out of the car, squeaking them. Yes. People look for their animals better than Katie looked for her son. But in just my opinion, Katie knew where her son was. She didn't have to go slow down the street. She didn't have to take her time with her windows down, leaning out the window, hollering for her child, because she knew he was not in that neighborhood. Yeah, AMC. Did she even go upstairs and check that room up there? I am so tired of this. And to have Mr. Chris, we heard just yesterday, telling people they need to avoid the misinformation and the incorrectness. Cher says, I look for the same squirrel every day outside more than Katie looked for Sebastian. Isn't that something? It's unreal. Mr. Chris tells on Clues channel, we are putting out misinformation. People need to avoid us. Well, he's the one that put out, and I think it's quite funny because there was a dispatch call. We heard it. A criminal warrant was served to 1008 Stafford Drive on Wednesday morning. There is a subpoena Mr. Chris put out to show that's what it was. A subpoena is an appearance to show up in court. A criminal warrant is a whole different thing. But everybody just goes with Mr. Chris. Guys, I still question what was the criminal warrant for. Because a criminal warrant and a subpoena are two separate things. And dispatch knows the difference. An officer who's calling in to dispatch to let them know that they are going to serve this criminal warrant would know that would be the wrong thing to say when he should be saying, I was going to serve a subpoena. Criminal, subpoena, two separate things. I wonder, Cher, I really do wonder. And when Mr. Chris finally admitted on Clues channel the other day that law enforcement still has most of their electronic devices they took. Oh, and he did say they have some of Seth's as well. Seth did tell us, though, he received back everything they took, except for one tablet that was outdated, that had been sitting in a drawer, hadn't been turned on for years. So Chris got all his stuff back. I bet you $10 Katie's watch hadn't been returned. We haven't seen her wearing it since Texas Roadhouse. So what the hell's going on, Katie and Chris? What is it that you cannot tell us the truth, that you yourselves are the one putting out misinformation along with your little cronies over on the other side. And we're the bad people. All because we want the truth so that we can make sure Sebastian is found. We want to keep the truth out there. We're not the ones saying Katie went riding up and down the neighborhood yelling and screaming his name. We know better. We got the pictures. It takes you longer to drive down a street and look in between every house on both sides of the road than 30 seconds. It is pathetic. It's disgusting. Chris told Seth police did not take any of their stuff. Yes. And he could use a PlayStation. Then he said the PlayStation got hacked. Isn't that something? More lies. More lies. More lies. More lies. They don't know how to speak the truth. Oh, Reality says, Armor. She's been a member for 3 months. Thank you, Reality. I love you. Armor of God. Sebastian's army. Yes, guys, we are his army. No, Holly. Oh, Jesus. Supposedly, Goofy Crabtree is passing around the CPS reports. Y'all, he'll go to jail. He does realize that if he's doing it. If he is doing that, that is illegal. Seth had to get a lawyer. His own flesh and blood father had to get a lawyer to get the copies of the CPS reports. You know, I guess Katie and Chris would have a copy of them because it involved them, right? And you know, last night I was watching Brittany J's, and they did mention, and I thought about it very clearly when Mr. Chris said the other day that, you know, there were 3. He only had 3 reports. There wasn't 5. It was just 3. Okay, in my household, 1 is too many. 1 is way the hell too many. But just being 3? But guys, if you stop and think about it, Seth told us there were 5 that he had in his hands. He could not get the 6th one because it is still open. And he said they were not all against just one parent. So is 3 against him, the stepfather, and 3 against the mother? What kind of hell and torture has Sebastian been living in is my question. For 14 months, there's going to be 6 times that Sebastian has had to have someone come out to their home and check on him. 6 times is way too many in 1 year and 2 months. From the time Sebastian went missing till today is 14 months, guys. We're at that 14-month mark almost. So think of all this time, the hell that child's been living through. I don't know if you heard Justin yesterday, but he did make the comment that he had confirmation. A neighbor heard Katie and Chris arguing and heard Chris say, "It's him or it's me." Sebastian's not there. Chris is. So did Chris make that statement? And has Katie made her choice? Has Katie actually chosen a man above her child? Folks, it's so plain and obvious to us, but I'm telling you, law enforcement sees a lot more than we do. And the day is going to come. The day it's coming. And hearing about court on Wednesday, and after it's over, they're pissed to start with because Betty got her chance to get it to the appellate court and take it out of Sumner County's hands, their little greedy hands. So now they don't have control over the whole court system. That kind of ticked them off, I imagine. And then to hear Mommy Cruella walk out the door and attack Terry Lynn, supposedly, rumor has it, because she accused Cruella of doing something to Sebastian. That's the word on the streets. Can't say that as a fact. But we do know there were heated words. We do know Chris went out there and Katie was with him and started attacking Terry Lynn as well. The woman with the purple hair, who now we realize is Chris's sister, Melissa. You know how that family loves to attack women. They gang up. Yep, she picked that whole family above Sebastian. Exactly, Mohawk. And for her to take Sebastian and allow him to be in the same home, I don't care if it's his grandmother or not. She is a registered S offender against children. Sebastian was a child. It's uncalled for. It's absolutely disgusting. Cher wants her kicked out of the club. No purple hair for Cher. We don't want them to do that. That's funny. Dee Marie, I've always been okay with Terry Lynn. I never had anything against her. I don't know if all these things we're hearing is true. That's the word on the street. But I do know this. Terry Lynn herself said her daughter had been followed. And she was very nervous a little bit, but she wasn't going to stop looking for Sebastian. Why would Terry Lynn need to be followed? There's rumors going out on X, and I'll just read something to you. And this was put out actually on Facebook. Let me get to it. Here it is. This was put on Facebook. Said Crimson Tide and Terry Lynn are two of several people behind a troll account on X. The two work together. Crimson has been feeding info to Flasher from the start. Crimson Tide was given information to see Fisher. He is Flasher. She impersonated his victims to get in with the other victims. They use the info to combat victims. Then we hear she said her daughter is not allowed to drive anymore. She has also feared kidnapping. So you have a woman who is scared that her daughter will be kidnapped if she discusses poker party or the poker. Then you have to ask yourself, why fear kidnapping? Why can't she drive? Why'd they blame Bobby for a hit and run? Makes me wonder if someone did run over him and they're trying to pin it on someone now. People, that was all put out by Hong. Oh, she did? Let me see if I can go see it. Terry Lynn put a message for, like I said, folks, this is just words on the street. I have no idea. Let me see if I can see it. I'm seeing her picture come up a lot, but all I'm seeing is when people are talking about her. I'll know this. I would like to have her come out. She said, now UA and I are friends. See you later today, BJ. That's a untruth. Okay. I do think she needs to come out. I think she needs to do a live and she needs to tell what's going on. Her name is getting splattered everywhere. But I'm wondering, is that being pushed by the wrong side? I don't know. Oh, looky here. Barnes and Noble Crime Time. Hi, Lolly in chat. Thank you for being a member for 2 months. Thank you, sweet lady. And I sent you and shared both the link. You're welcome to share it with Mandy. Anybody else? Annabella, I'll send you the link. You can come up with me tonight if you would like. We're going to go over Summer Wells tonight. A lot's kind of popping off in her case, and I have something I'd like to talk about. So we'll be doing that tonight. I'll share it out on my community post. You know, that's it, Cassie. Terry Lynn from the beginning has said, I'm not on Seth's side. I'm not on on Katie and Chris's side. I'm on Sebastian's side. We all know she's been friends with Stephen Crabtree. She lives there. He lives there. She knows Chris's family. So be it. Doesn't mean she has to be on one side or the other side. That woman, I give her credit where credit is due. She has searched. She has been out. She has walked many, many miles. She is buying her own flyers, putting them out there, everything. I think she needs to clear up what's being put out there. Stop it. Stop the crap. Because all of that argument that happened in front of the courthouse, they knew it would get recorded. They knew it would get talked about. It's their way of having crap turned into something big. Just like someone was in my chat yesterday asking questions. I wasn't paying attention. But those were questions. Had I answered it the wrong way, it would have put me in a position for a possible lawsuit if it had been someone from the other side. Yeah, That's it. Reality, it's rumors. I can't prove none of this is fact about Terry Lynn. But the other side is wreaking havoc. And just like I said, that fight with her yesterday, all the things that got put out, every bit of this that's been going on is after all of that started at the courthouse. Oh, thank you, Dispatch Crystal. Y'all, I have no makeup on. I ran to the store. I never go to my store without makeup on, and I did today. Of course, I saw 500 million people we know. And my granddaughter, I took her with me, and one bottle of Benadryl took me 2 stores and 5 bags we brought home. We now have nail polish with little diamonds to put on them. We had cotton candy flavored Peeps. But thank you for that. That was sweet. Yes. Yeah. These are people that you remember. That whole side on the other side of the street over there. Guys, they were the ones that had her part of their search or united with her, and then turned it into she was a drunken fool and got behind her car. That's the same group of people we're talking about. Oh, reality. Thank you. You're sweet. You're sweet. Sweet, sweet. But this is what we're up against. More lies, and more lies. Really, Mohawk Mom? You only see the yellow Peeps? Girl, it was the, what is it? The dollar store. Not the Family Dollar one, but the other one. They had Dr. Pepper Peeps. They had watermelon Peeps. They had tropical punch. They had cotton candy. They had blue raspberry. They had Rice Krispie flavors. And there was another one. I forgot what it was. Oh, birthday cake. I never knew they had all those. Hey, Janice. Hi, everyone coming in. Thank you. Dollar Tree. Yes, that's it. Yes, they had birthday cake Peeps. And my granddaughter got the cotton candy ones and got her sister the blueberry or raspberry, one of the two. I don't remember. They have root beer float Peeps too. Yes, Lexi. You know, there is so much going on. 90% of it's lies. You found them today at Walmart? I didn't know they used to just be in colors and taste like marshmallows. But yeah, she had cotton candy Peeps and she made me take a bite and I was like, okay, it tastes kind of like cotton candy. Oh my goodness. All I need is Jesus said Myrtle Beach next Friday, Sunday, and was hoping to meet Nana's Dragonfly in person. That would be amazing. I love her. She's so sweet. Dr. Pepperwood's not good. Okay. Terry Lynn just messaged me. She's getting her info together and will go live. Good for her. Good for her. Because they're putting these stuff. Guys, the whole criminal warrant has turned into just a subpoena to show up in court. That's what they've turned that into. I don't believe that's what it is. The whole court fight out front. They knew people were going to be watching. let's start something up and distract away from the fact that all this other is happening. It is typical Proudfoot Bowersock family drama. Terry Lynn needs to, because all this stuff is being put out there. It's all being talked about because they created the storm. And if it's created by anyone across the street from us, don't pay it no mind. They're sending people in chats and they're asking questions. When you get a question in chat, do you think Katie killed her son? If I was to answer, why, yes, I do. That person behind that screen name could be Katie and she could file against me. That's how sneaky it's happening. That's how bad this is. They all are lying. Katie tells a whole nother story with Dateline. Every time she tells a story, she adjusts to what's being talked about. And maybe she heard me make fun of her way too many times. At this time, she didn't say, well, when the lady says, give us something, identifying with Sebastian that would help someone recognizing. And Katie goes, well, he likes shiny things, paper clips and pennies. That's the most ridiculous answer a parent could ever give when describing their child that someone may be seeing out in the woods. There's no paper clips. There's no pennies out in the woods. But that's what she has said. And it took her 14 months to give identifying marks related to her child. And there's only one reason for it. The only thing that I can figure, she was not needing to find her son. She doesn't need him found. Let's see. Woman's Warrior said, Lolly, I made a promise to myself that before I speak with my subscribers on things like that possible, it's best to contact them saying, do you want to share the correct content? They will or won't. Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. All these things are being put out there because they're out there. They're out there and anybody can get on one of these and find it. But if you stop and think about it, folks, all of that about Terry Lynn started after the courthouse fight. That could be it. His eyes, are they harassing Terry Lynn because she's getting close to finding Sebastian? Very well could be it. She's had her vehicle attacked. She's had threats. Her daughter has been followed. But she still kept searching. She hasn't aligned herself with a side. There should not be sides. But yet his mother and his stepfather have created sides. And when it's 14 months after a child of yours has gone missing and you cannot have a conversation with his other parent, that speaks volumes. That says you're not in this for your son. She still has her magnet on her car. Oh, but Mr. Chris and Katie won't. They don't want to be a target. They don't want that much attention drawn to them. We heard it. His words yesterday. We heard that. Narita, it may be that report, may be that. I don't know about the criminal thing. I question it. When a dispatch call is put out there and the officer is calling into dispatch saying, I'm going to 1008 Stafford Court with a criminal warrant. That tells me it's not a subpoena. Officers know the difference. Dispatch knows the difference. Yeah, see, Taylor, I bet. It is all getting so out of control that it's stupid. It's getting to that point of, folks, before there's reactions, we have to stop. We have to stop and think, where did this originate from? You know? Katie's very first story she told us of her events of what happened that night was just 7 days after he went missing. It was very fresh on her mind. She has added and changed the story for 14 months, folks. 1 year and 2 months. Every time she speaks, she tells a different story. It all originated from her. It's her words. Everything with Terry Lynn was a conversation between her and Chris's mother that didn't look so happy. And who approached Terry Lynn? Subpoena was served on the 25th of March. Criminal warrant was in April. Yes. And they're saying the 25th is when the judge signed the subpoena. And it took them until April to serve it. And that is possible. But I do think the law enforcement would have called in to dispatch and said, I am serving a subpoena to 1008 Stafford Court. Because they have to get those to go to court. And they've been to court several times. They can't afford to get coffee cups and put his name on them and hand those out. Remember? They can't afford to wrap their car. All because of lawyer fees. Lawyer fees. And Chris doesn't want his car wrapped because they will be a target. It's just more lies. Just say you don't want your car wrapped. End the story. But you don't have to lie about it. Yeah. True, Mohawk Mom, when you're not at your home to be served, it gets delayed. There you go. Dawn, I haven't heard. Yes, I'm sorry. I read that wrong. Yes, I heard that Chris and his mother got into it. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. All of this is secondhand to me. What I was told was that Mama walked out of the courthouse first. She went to Terry Lynn. It exploded. Chris came out to break that up. Katie came walking up, and purple hair girl came walking up, who I have been told is his sister. Katie started in. Purple hair girls holler, chiming in. Mom's still going at it. Chris finally got it broke up, took Terry Lynn to the side of the building, and they had a discussion. Whether any of that is accurate, I don't know. But that's what I've heard. I just know this, guys. Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers is still missing It's been 14 months since he went home from Texas Roadhouse. I know this, folks. Their trash was taken to the road because it is on video. I know this also, folks. There is a video at 3:10 a.m. on the morning of February 26th. There are 2 flashlights moving in the common area, the space from their backyard to the road at the beginning of Stafford Court. There is a waiting car that you can clearly see headlights and a tail light come on as 2 flashlights come that direction. That means there was a person in that car, a driver in the car. There's another flashlight that is over closer to the neighbor behind Katie and Chris's house. There's a flashlight that stands there, stationary. Could have possibly been a lookout as to, is anyone else coming? There was activity, and those flashlights was not a man taking his trash to the road. It was not lights from a newspaper delivery. Number one, Katie and Chris's trash was already taken to the road. No one needed to go to their backyard to get their trash. Number two, you don't take your trash out walking through the back common area. You don't deliver papers at the back of houses through the common area. So everything Mr. Chris wants to talk about and tell us about how that was just a man taking a trash to his road, and it was the newspaper delivery. It was all wrong. Let's see. Sharon Marlowe, thank you. When did Katie come up with whatever Sebastian went? He was planning on coming back for sure. Yes. What kind of effery is that, and what does it mean? Who knows? 14 months. They decided he's coming back. It took them 14 months to figure that one out. That's what I'm talking about, Sharon. That don't even add up. Their words continue to change to where it is so out of control. They need to just stop and shut up. But thank you so much for that super. Let me start over. Thank you so much for that super chat, Sharon. Here is a happy dance for you. Thank you, Sharon. I appreciate that so much. And you are correct. When did that happen? They have never said nothing about him coming back home. It's never been mentioned. And guys, 14 years later, Landon, is Annabella in here yelling at you? 14 months later, they don't have new memories that just pop up. New recalling new things doesn't happen after. I mean, it's already done. The event's done. You know. Folks, what do you do? What are you supposed to say? The woman that was with Sebastian that night, his mother, she holds the key to all of it. I have said it. Oh, no. Sorry, Landon. That wasn't personal. Please don't take that personal. I love you, Landon. Thanks for being here. I thought Annabella was getting after you. But guys, I've said it since the beginning. His mother holds the key to all of this. She was home with him. She was home there, in that home with him that night. You know, I do think it's funny that I mentioned the one time we talked about the new video SF put out, that they believe that was Sebastian at 12:17 in the morning. And I made the comment that she would be awake, putting the dogs up and turning off the lights during all that time. So she would have seen Sebastian leave. Now she's asleep an hour earlier. Chit Chat says, you know what I wonder? Ever since CP brought up Summer's name, I've wondered if he or some of his family ever ran across on wells or a construction site. Well, you know, I'll say this. He has, out of his own mouth, Chris has said he followed Summer's case. He knows an awful lot about Summer's case. Thank you for that, Chit Chat. I appreciate you. And Terry, thank you so much for the super sticker. Y'all are so sweet today. Thank you. Thank you. Let's get y'all a happy dance, okay? We need a little happy. Thank y'all for that. That was so sweet. Yeah, Chris himself has said he followed Summer's case. Guys, it's just, you're dancing. Every time I play that, I just giggle. He's so cute. He doesn't even know what Summer looks like. SL. Yeah, right. I agree with you. Yeah, right. That man watches everything. He watches everything. Guys, he has been in this chat more than y'all know. Might be in here right now. Never know. There are so many sock accounts out there right now. YouTube is busting at the seam with sock accounts. And I'd say probably about 70 to 80% of them have to do with Sebastian's case. Yeah. Bad Actor says, unfortunately, the criminal parents learned from Summer's case versus Ellie. Yes. Wait, what's wrong with Peggy? Let me see if I can. Peggy, you okay? Let's see what she says. I don't see it. Thank you, everyone. My husband is in dialysis. My daughter and her family are packing Pacific going to. Oh, no. Oh, no, Peggy. Everybody keep a prayer out for Peggy and her family, okay? Yeah, that's rough. No, baby. I'll be finished here in just a little bit. Okay. You good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Y'all clean up in there a little bit. Make Mama happy, okay?
Mama's not home.
I know.
She's
That's
fine.
what I'm saying. Make
Okay.
sure you just pick up the living room a little bit. That would make Mama happy. You got it on there and on your chest.
Yeah.
I bought her some slime a while ago. She got it on her chest and on her chin, on her dress.
Where's your microphone?
Oh, I haven't got it all fixed up. It's down there.
And how are you talking?
It's got a microphone on here.
Well, that's cool.
Yes, too many similarities. Too much, guys. Way too much. Too much. Will you put me one of those Pepsis in the freezer?
Yeah.
Thank you.
The fridge.
She can't get on camera, but she put her little hand up to say hello. In the freezer part right here. Yeah, put it up there so it'll get good and cold. Yeah. And then we'll shut that. Thank you. Mama went to her mother's house, and so the girls are here with me. But you're getting waves back.
Where's the marshmallows?
Over there on the bed somewhere.
Okay.
Okay. Yes, pray for Peggy. Keep Millie in your prayer, her family. Keep us all in your prayers. Everyone, including Sebastian, his father, even his mother, stepfather. We need to find this boy. We need him to be found. Nice one, Molly. That's what I'm saying was your reply to the girls.
I've been looking all over here, Frank.
You didn't see him?
I've been looking all over here.
Oh,
right there.
okay.
It's literally right here.
Okay.
All over.
Yeah. Oh, anyways. I am fixing to get out of here, guys. I'm going to get ready. Tonight, I'm going to do a live for Summer Wells. If y'all have followed her case, please join me. If you haven't, come in. And, we need to stay on her case as well. There's been some new stuff be put out. And, aloha. Hi, Aurea, or Aurea, or Aurea. I hope I got one of those right. Welcome. Oh, sweet girl. So, yeah, that would be amazing, Woman's Warrior. Yes. Okay, good, Tammy. I'm glad you're going to be there. I'm going to do about 8:30 my time, 8:30 Central. So y'all come join up over there. Marlena Crawford she's just put out a new thing over on Prayer Garden. We're going to talk about it because I got her original voice recording of her story. Let's talk about it. We need to start getting Summer back out. We really do.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
Thank you, Narita. You're so sweet.
We should talk about summer in the summertime.
Let's talk about summer in the summertime. Okay. Sydney said we should talk about summer in the summertime. We need to talk about her all the time, and we've just let it lapse. So, anyways, I love you guys. I thank y'all for your great hearts. Always keep in mind, when something new's coming out and everything's popping off. Look. Blue Eyes said, tell Miss Sydney hello. There you are, Bobby. But when things start popping off, guys, try to go back and remember where it all started. Because if it's a whole storm of stuff that's not really making much sense to us, then there has to be a reason. There's going to be that common denominator, and it always goes back to the family. So remember that. Keep that in mind always. Don't just jump in hard. And oh, you're good, Bridget. Oh, that's amazing to have your bestie for dinner. That's super good. Mine lives all the way across the other side of Texas. It takes forever to get there.
Oh,
But okay, guys, I'm going to let y'all go. Oh, no. Well, Bobby, maybe next time it'll be all right for you. Yes, prayers for TJ. She's having storms. Sydney's a pretty name. My little granddaughter is McKinley. And her sister is Scarlett. Those are pretty names, too.
yeah.
Think of how many tales Clue has told for Chris. Exactly. Exactly. And we got to be on our toes now more than ever, I think. And this is just my opinion, but I think there's nerves that are getting to become raw, and they're going to try even harder now. The attacks are going to get more. They're going to get a little worse. And we are an army. We are here for Sebastian. We can do this. We can persevere. So always remember that. Don't let it get to you too much until you have all the facts. Hey, Wendy. Thank you. Thank you all for being here. I love you guys so much. Y'all are amazing. Keep up the good work. Keep Sebastian up front. Bye, Lolly and Sydney. Yeah, someone needs some attention, so I better get busy.
Peace out.
Peace out, we say. All right. Mwah. Love and hugs to you all. I appreciate y'all. Stay strong. And I hope y'all can join me tonight. We'll be talking. Love y'all. Bye.